Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Lisa coming to you from Tampa, Florida, after a weekend where I hope you all got to relax, do some fun things with family, get outside, and just connect. I am here on the front lines of my busy primary care practice in Tampa, Florida, about 6,000 active patients, and continuing daily to provide my insights about this pandemic and what it means as we move forward. So I really appreciate everybody checking out these videos. We're trying to get them up onto YouTube as quickly as we can as well, so that you can go back and access. There's some really great little nuggets of information and positive affirmations and things that you can do today to help you. So even the ones that I've done over the past month, please just grab a couple, and I think you'll find some interesting and actionable ideas. So today what I wanted to talk about was the antibody testing, and just give you an update about how that's going in the office. So we have begun to test. We are offering it if you're in Tampa and connected to our practice. We are just doing a little draw fee and collecting for the Quest antibody testing. And we've had probably about, 25, maybe 30 tests so far, and have had 3 that have been positive. So we did finally get some showing immunity. So the antibodies showing up for exposure and overcoming the COVID-19. I was happy to see that because we had done a bunch of tests without any abnormals, and they were coming back really fast, which made me kind of inquisitive and just, again, go to my why. Why is this coming back so fast, and why is nobody positive? But on discussing this with a colleague of mine out in Arizona, she's done a lot more of the testing with a couple of different companies. And what she said that her percentage was, she had tested about 200 people and close to 40 had come back positive. So what my issue is with the antibody testing, and I think what's going to be really kind of cool to see as this rolls out and more studies come out, is that this virus has multiple proteins on it that the antibodies can develop too. So what that means is that if the antibody, each antibody test that's out there may be testing for a specific protein from the virus, and it may not be the one that showed up for your particular strain. That's why there's a lot of question going on. There is one private lab that I know of that is testing about 12 different proteins. So I have ordered or signed up to be a practitioner with that particular lab, because I think it'll be interesting to at least test a handful of subjects and see if maybe their lab test shows normal at Quest or negative at Quest, and then if we draw it at one of these other higher sensitivity labs that are private, if it shows that it might be positive. So stay tuned for that. I do have a family, about 4 or 5 people, where one person in the family had the illness and had positive antibody testing, and she was shocked because the rest of her family who had been with her in close quarters was negative. So we have ordered in another antibody test, and we will be retesting all of those family members. And then we'll let you know what I find as soon as I get those results back. So that's an interesting area. I don't like the concept of waiting for people to be antibody positive. The idea that we would ever think about doing that, like testing people to make sure they've been exposed. I don't think that's accurate. We're not there with the science, and we're not there yet with the testing. So for now, I would recommend, why not get the Quest test? It's easy. It should be covered depending on your insurance. Our advice to our patients here in Tampa is to just offer to cash pay, because it's a pretty reasonable price at around $55. And a lot of our patients are coming in and getting IV vitamin C. So remember, IV vitamin C is incredible at killing off viruses of all types. And we are very blessed that we're still able to provide that service here in our office. So patients that are coming in, if you're here, get the antibody testing, and then we can load you up with IV vitamin C that will make you feel awesome, boost your immune system, and potentially help in terms of just getting back into the workplace, people starting to open up in a lot of states around the country. So for your idea and actionable step at home, I would say start thinking about the balance that's going to come now that we are going to be able to go back and engage with friends and family again at a much, at a very slow pace. I know here in Florida, they're allowing us to go back into restaurants at about 25% capacity and some retail, which is super exciting. I still feel for our small businesses, so I would give you that actionable step if you're not already. Find a way to support. My daughter actually started up a fund here in Tampa. There's a GoFundMe page, COVID-19 Tampa Bay Small Business, because she felt the need for our friends and colleagues that were massage therapists or hairdressers that are still really suffering. And so donate or support wherever you can. I think a lot of them do have gift cards and things that you can purchase to keep them going through this time, because it's going to be easy to kind of move forward while these small businesses are still being held back. So that would be my actionable step, is look around your community. Where can you help? Here in Tampa, you can check out the COVID-19 Relief Fund by my daughter, Jordan Koche. She's 16. And anywhere you are, I'm sure there are places you can donate or buy gift cards to support those small businesses. And when, for my affirmation, there's a quick concept I wanted to share, and I posted this on Instagram last week, but it's something I think is worth mentioning again, which is, I like the analogy of a gerbil in the wheel. So now as we are trying to kind of manage going back into mainstream gradually, how do we deal with family members? How do we deal with our own health? What do we do next? You are like a gerbil on the wheel, and the gerbil can run really fast. That's the amazing thing about us. We are resilient, and we can multitask, and we can do lots of incredible things as long as we are in control of the wheel. So if the wheel is being spun by the media, by your own negative thoughts, by your boss, by your partner, by your kids, the gerbil can't go so fast. The gerbil is in a free fall. And that is how a lot of us have felt throughout this pandemic so far. So regain control of the wheel, whatever that's going to take. For me, I can tell you an interesting shift that happened today, which is typically in the mornings, I spend my time meditating, journaling, just kind of going inward. And I did a little bit of that today, but I felt like I needed to actually balance it by moving it more through my body. So I worked out in the morning for the first time in a few years, actually. Usually I've been doing it later. So maybe you need to shift it up a little bit, just like I did, to regain control of the wheel. So I'll leave you with this affirmation. I hope that these have been helpful tips. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing these videos. We're getting a little bit of traction, which I love. Please leave me comments and questions. I would be thrilled to address them and answer them. And the affirmation for today is, I am in control of my own thoughts and actions. I choose love over fear. I am in control of my own thoughts and actions, and I choose love over fear. Have a great day. Take your vitamins, consider antibody testing. We're here for you, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Bye for now.